gotta be kidding me. Hey, all right, I'm live. Yes, I'm live. I gotta get some paper right quick. How's everybody doing? All right, we're gonna be going live in just a second here. I've got a lot of something I gotta get out of here for a second. I gotta print something out while I'm waiting to go on with my other show. Okay, how's that? Okay, keep that right there because we're gonna be using that for a moment. Okay. All righty. Yes, this is Sherrie. I am in my home office tonight, doing a little bit of chat with my radio show that is brand new. So excited to present this brand new show entitled The SLR Presents Show. This time we're on amp.com. We want to welcome our audience. And we are so excited to have everyone aboard. Hello, hello, hello for our very first show. We are also live on YouTube as well as on amp.com for our first recording. And we are so glad to have you come aboard. And certainly, you definitely want to be a part of this radio show that we're going to do from time to time. This is really just a test run. And we just want everybody to chime in and be able to enjoy what we have to talk about. My name is Sherrie Roberts. As you know, those of you that are joining me on YouTube, and of course, I am the founder of SLR Productions and Publishing Company. And we are just so excited. There's some great information that's coming your way. We've got another play coming up, another production. It's a little different from the one yesterday. So we're going to see if we can invite a few more folks to come on and chat. And we're going to have a really good time tonight with this show. Again, I am Sherrie, and I'm just so glad that you are joining me. And hope that you will invite someone to chime in, tune in, and be able to enjoy tonight's show for the first time. We want to welcome those of you that are on. Certainly, we welcome our chat. And it is open for you to comment. We're going to ask a question tonight in just a few minutes. So I'm looking forward to the folks that are going to be joining me. All right. We are streaming live again on my SLR Pros YouTube channel as well. So you can chime with me there as well. But in the meantime, let's get started with our topic. Tonight, it's called The Big Feat. The Big Feat. Now, where did I come up with this theme or this topic? Very simple. I just looked the word up to see what it meant. Of course, I did have an idea for the big feat for another project, but tonight I want to focus on the big feat. What does that mean? Well, the word feat is an achievement that requires great courage, skill, or strength. Ha! That is perfect. Perfect for what I'm doing tonight. I'm on a brand new app, which is so cool. And of course, that is the AMP app. And again, we want to welcome those of you that are chiming on, and hopefully you'll be able to chat. We're going to do our question for the evening. And this took a lot of courage to do that. So we're doing something, we're taking a risk, and we're going to talk about risk tonight. It takes time to accomplish something that you have never done, something you've never stepped out on or tried. And so I encourage you, if you're wanting to try something for the first time, and it is something that, especially if it's going to be beneficial to someone and helpful to someone, I suggest that you go ahead and have your own big feat and celebrate when you accomplish it. But certainly, this is something I felt AMP was a pretty extremely user-friendly app, and I hope that this will be one of many. And it seems to be very simple to use. And we'll see after tonight's broadcast. This is the first one of the SLR Presents show. And by the way, we won't always have these serious conversations like this. We'll have a lot of entertainment and interviews of different artists and persons that we can talk to that will talk about their accomplishments as well. But tonight we're just going to talk a little bit. This is just a sample run to see how this show is going to work out on this app. Now, I personally started in the, I call it the ancient 90s in radio. I started in radio broadcasting, spent about 25 years doing mostly gospel radio, but certainly doing radio. That's my main medium. So it's nice to be back on. I haven't been on in about 2 years, but um, I really love being able to sit behind the mic and talk. Now I'm on YouTube now, so I'm actually seeing myself here. So I have a lot of skill in voice presentation and announcing. Now, I haven't made it to major stages yet. I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm still here, not dead, but there's hope that I can get to a major platform someday. However, this show allows me another chance to try something new. And again, the topic is the big feet. What risk have you taken or desire to take? What risk are you wanting to do it? Are you wanting to start school or are you wanting to do something? And let me just say hi to everybody that is joining me. I certainly hope that this will be great encouragement, and I welcome any chats tonight. And also, you can let me know where you're chiming in. And certainly, our question tonight is talking about the big feat, about taking risk and trying something maybe you've never done. Could be a career change, could be a new relationship, or overcoming some kind of challenge, generally financial or physical challenges. We all have those, what I call life mountains, that we have to try to get over to help us get through life. And taking or having the big feat, the big accomplishment is what we're all striving to do. So, another word that came to mind when I came up with this topic, the big feat, is strength. Yeah, you got to have a lot of strength to push through. Everybody's tired from time to time. I know I get tired sometimes, and whether it's in your mind or in your body, but you got to keep pushing. And certainly we know that tiredness can be the enemy of anything that you want to accomplish. Let's just say you want to start school. You haven't been in school a long time. Maybe school isn't your thing, but it takes strength to keep pushing until you finally get that diploma, that degree, that certificate, whatever it is. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep moving forward. So I would say definitely keep pushing, keep moving, because it takes a lot of courage, takes a lot of skill, and it takes a lot of just faith to be able to accomplish things that you want to do. Let me know in the chat, what risk have you taken just this year? Just this year. Now we're in March now, but what risk have you taken? What have you done? Everybody starts out the year with a New Year's resolution. Well, we want to know, have you made any progress with that resolution? Or are you like, uh-oh, like my grandson likes to say, want, want. Has it been successful for you? Or are you kind of, saying, well, we'll try again next year? Well, you can still try again. That's all. As long as you try and don't give up, you will make it through. Now, you don't have to write a book this year, but you don't have to write a book about all of the risks that you'd like to take, but just one thing that you would like to do, just to say, hey, I'm going to take a step forward and I'm going to make this accomplishment in my life. You can chat about it right here and we'll talk about it. Again, I am Sherrie Roberts, the founder of SLR Productions and Publishing Company. Welcome to the SLR Presents radio show. Hopefully the first of many to come. We're going to be talking to several guests. One of the things I did not point out is I'm a playwright as well, and I've done a couple of plays. We did one last November at the Ritz Theater in Jacksonville, Florida. We had a great turnout, a great time, and we're looking forward to doing more productions. We're going to have a segment on this show later called Plays Are Us. And if you are a playwright or a person that enjoys watching plays, maybe you're an aspiring actress or actor, we're going to give you the opportunity to hear from some of the professional folks that are in the industry, as well as local people right here in Jacksonville and other regions as well. So we're just going to open up the floor for just all of the anyone that is interested or involved in plays and entertainment. We're going to bring those people on this show as well. If you are a lover of theater, this is going to be the segment for you. You're going to enjoy uh, talking about plays and productions. One of the parts that I wanted to do when I created Plays Are Us is to talk with people who work behind the scenes. You know, when I was really young, I did not feel like I had much to do with plays. I was like, I don't sing necessarily. Everybody has a little bit of a voice, but everybody can't really sing. We know that. But I knew I couldn't sing, and I knew I can't dance. I can't do that necessarily, not professionally, but I like this thing called entertainment. I like doing it. And what I didn't realize is that there were a whole lot of careers and things that you can do where people don't really see you doing that. And of course, that's your producers, that's your directors. And then there are, people like myself that do voice talent. So, or voice work rather. So, man, I mean, there's so many things that you can discover. And that's a part of taking a risk as well. Because sometimes you got to start from where you may not expect. Most people want to get to the top, they want to be out front, but sometimes you got to start behind the scenes. So when we get to Plays Are Us, we're going to talk to some of the producers, the directors, and people that you may not see in front of the camera or in front of the stage, but certainly if it wasn't for them, that you possibly would not have the successful productions that it takes all of those people to make it happen. So we're going to talk to some of those folks as well. All right. So again, I do stage plays, and our last one was back in November. It was called Family Rights, and we did it at the Ritz Theater in Jacksonville, Florida. It was so amazing. We do have a trailer of that on my website, slrpresents.com. And I must say, I have some incredible cast members that have, two or three of them have followed me for several years, but they just really did an amazing job. We're going to bring them back in November of this year with another production that we have. Now, I also do a lot of faith-based activities as well, or events. So this next one is going to be called I, David. We did it actually last year in June and in August. We did it twice. And this is if you know anything about the Bible, you're going to get this entire story. It's a biblically based enactment of the life of King David. And if you know about King David, he was labeled as a man after God's own heart. He had an incredible span of his life is covered in the Bible. So we're going to do an enactment of that again, but it's going to be a little different. We're going to add a little flavor to it. I'm going to add a little the first time I did it, we had mostly just him, but this time we're going to add some femininity. I'm not going to go into too much detail with that until later, but we are in the process of getting that production going, and I am excited. Certainly, I will make you aware because I want as many people to see it and participate, and I do plan to record it so that it will be put on YouTube, and you'll be able to check it out if you can't make it in person. But we're going to talk more about that later in future shows. Also on my website at SLR Pros, we do feature authors, those of you that like to write. I have interviewed a few authors, and they have presented their books, and man, we've had some great conversations. And those particular interviews are posted on the YouTube channel under SLR Pros. PROS. Definitely go by, check it out, and you'll be able to see those interviews. Very encouraging, very enlightening. You will definitely want to get the books that you see and that are being talked about so that you too can be inspired and continue to take those risks, and you can take that big feat as well. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up for tonight. I certainly appreciate you listening. And if you didn't get a chance to chime in, this is a brand new show called the SLR Presents Show. I am Sherrie Roberts, and There will be other shows with some guests. We're just kind of testing the lines right now. I'm also on YouTube as well. So you'll get a chance to take a look at that video if you need to hear some reiteration of what I talked about in just these few moments. I hope that there will be many, many, many times where we'll be able to discuss some other topics, and certainly look forward to presenting some great information and some great people to you as well. So I thank you for listening, for those of you that have been on, and I hope to talk with you real, real soon.